This is Paul. The PCP CRS. Yeah. Now, big three credit ratings are agencies. Yeah. You're the ones that are deciding the ratings of the individual companies, corporations. Yeah. Any of those that are eligible for the Federal Reserve credit facility. Yeah. Yeah, I just want to make sure that that you're doing it so that it doesn't negatively, affect their eligibility. Now, for me, we can always start a fourth one. It's not that difficult to start a company. Ouch. It's kind of like my own intellectual property. Yeah, I get paid for all the ratings of all of those that receive any of the Fed funds. Yeah, credit rating facility. Yeah. Now, just so we really understand, I think for sure that I would be interested in doing that for you. No, because there's this thought that individuals could corrupt their credit rating so as to make them eligible for less in interest rate expense, and more borrowing. Yeah. Now, the U.S. Securities and Exchange, I emailed them. I have a $150 billion lawsuit for them. Could you get me their credit ratings? Yeah. Now, the U.S. Securities and Exchange is personally liable right now. $150 billion. You know, this property that you say that is not sacred? Yeah. I thought for sure that there was the use of forgery, fraud, and felony. Yeah. And then for all the fabricated evidence that the U.S. Securities and Exchange has of the frauds of any individual state or the fraudulent use of the full faith and credit of the United States Constitution, VAWA, po. Now, there's the 1077. Yeah. Credit rating terminology across asset classes. So that named ratings correspond to standard range of default probabilities and expected losses independent of asset class and issuing entity. Now that would go for any size company, is that right? Dodd-Frank? Yeah. And the act provides, among other things, shall require by rule each NRSRO to establish, maintain, and enforce policies and procedures that clearly define and disclose the meaning of any symbol used by the NRSRO to note a credit rating and apply any such symbol in the manner consistent of all types of securities and money market instruments. Last thing you would want to do is hold a funds confession. Do you have a large amount of money in your money market account? Yes. What is the current interest rate on a savings account or a money market account? If the Fed is paying, well, the U.S. Treasury is paying 0.8% for 10 years. Yeah. And the triple B minus is above par at approximately 115, originally issued at 6.5%, considering the pandemic and the lowering of interest rates over the last 4 months worldwide. I would say that any bank that is paying 0.1% on their actual savings account or checking account, maybe even the money market, being able to take that deposit base and buy Fed funds bonds at 3.5% or above par 2.7% could add to the liquidity of the actual financial institutions that have the availability of getting more in interest from the wow, they're paying you 0.1 and they could invest in a Fed bond paying 2.7, giving them 2.6% in interest rate income. Now, what stupid bank would want to do that, considering the depositors would expect a great amount of yield on their individual savings, checking, and money market accounts? Just think of the competitive edge that I would have as a bank and institution, blah, 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 blah.